The Richest Man in Babylon is a classic book about managing and growing your money. Even though it came out in 1926, all of the ideas in the book are still valid today. In this video, we will discuss the 7 most valuable takeaways from The Richest Man in Babylon, also known as the 7 cures for a lean purse. If you apply these life lessons, you can improve your financial situation significantly. Number 1. Start thy purse to fattening. The phrase "start thy purse to fattening" is an example of one of the book's many simple yet effective concepts. The idea behind beginning a savings plan is that once you start seeing results, you'll be motivated to keep putting money away. As you add to it, you'll have a sense of increased wealth, which is a sensation you can enjoy and wish to grow. When money is tight, it's easy to feel like things will never get better. You'll be surprised by how much better you feel once you've started saving, even a modest amount. You should save at least 10% of your salary to invest or develop a business that will provide a steady stream of income for you and your family in the future. This was stated in the first law of gold. For every 10 coins you place within your purse, take out for use but 9. Discipline yourself to save regularly. It requires the restraint to set money aside for the future rather than spending it now. The sooner you start putting money away, the sooner you can start reaping the benefits of compound interest. Knowing the benefits of compound interest can encourage you to put money aside. Compound interest is simply interest earned on interest. With a compound interest savings account, you earn interest on both the initial principal and the interest that accumulates over time. For example, if you put $1,000 in a bank account that pays 1% interest per year, you would get $10 back in interest after 1 year. In year 2, thanks to compound interest, you would earn 1% of $1,010, which is the principal plus the interest, or $10.10. Compound interest speeds up the rate at which you earn interest, which helps your savings grow faster. Of course, you'd rather have your money invested somewhere that offers a higher return than 1% each year. This topic will be discussed further on in the video. Number 2. Control thy expenditures. This one simply means keep your expenses low and don't spend more money than you need. Once you start putting away 10% of your income, you have to learn how to live on the other 90% or even less if you can. Take a close look at the money you're taking out of your bank account and see if there's anything you can cut back on. Because of this, your rate of savings will increase, which will make it easier for you to become wealthy. You should create a budget for your spending so that you can have enough money to pay for the things you need, the things you love, and satisfy the wants that are truly important to you without spending more than what you can afford. This has been true for a long time. If we don't look at where our money goes, we'll always find a way to spend all of it. Because of this, it's often a good idea to start putting the extra money you get from a pay raise or bonuses into savings right away. After all, we used to be able to make do with our pay, right? And if we've been spending too much of our salaries, we need to divide those costs into needs and wants. You can get your wants when you have more money. Remember, patience is a virtue. Next up at number 3. Make thy gold multiply. Invest your money wisely. Investing in assets that produce income and then utilizing the money from the interest to pay for your day-to-day needs is one way to take advantage of compound interest, which is a method that can help you build your wealth over time. Real estate and stocks are 2 types of investments that can help you make the most of your money in the long run. Investing in real estate is a time-tested strategy since it consistently ranks as one of the most reliable methods to build wealth. Since there will always be a demand for housing, investing in property is commonly thought to increase one's financial returns. You can buy the best real estate if you do the right research and use an analytical approach that is based on the financial factors. Investing in stocks and holding them is one of the best ways to grow wealth over the long term. If we look at several decades of asset class returns, we find that stocks have generally outperformed almost all other asset classes. The S&P 500 returned an average of 11.82% per year between 1928 and 2021. Starting a business is another option to multiply your money, as long as you do your homework and enter a business that you are comfortable with and enjoy. There are numerous ways to make money on the side in today's environment. You can start a side hustle to generate additional money, and you can develop it into a full-time income if you want to quit your 9-to-5 work. This is how the majority of millionaires become wealthy. Next up at number 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. When you have savings built up, there are many ventures that will come into your sights, some promising outrageous returns, others a fair return with less risk. Think carefully about your options by consulting with people who have experience with the sector. Consider safety first when deciding where to put your savings. Investments in general are not risk-free, but the goal should be to find those that carry the least amount of risk while still yielding a respectable rate of return. Even if you end up losing money, you should always aim to recoup some of your investment. It's smart to seek advice from professionals who can help your money grow and to put your trust in their expertise. Learn from the experience of those who have already accomplished what it is that you are striving to do. You should also select a safe investment where your money is not immediately available so that you do not spend it. You must also protect your treasures from yourself. Next up at number 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. This lesson focuses on the advantages of owning your own home. Instead of paying rent for years and having nothing to show for it but a box of rent receipts, it is better to put the same amount of money toward a mortgage and eventually have your own home. Your home's value rises over time and you can keep the equity when the time comes to sell. However, there are times when renting makes more sense than buying. There is a strong reason to put off buying a property if you know you will be moving within the next 3 to 5 years. Maintenance and repair costs, property tax and insurance premiums, upkeep, and the state of the economy are also important factors to think about. However, once home ownership becomes a viable option, the benefits can be rewarding. There are numerous tax advantages to owning a home, plus you won't have to be dealing with a landlord. Having your own home, where you and your family may enjoy things like a yard and maybe even a garden, can have a positive effect on a person's heart, which is another way in which property ownership can be considered spiritually beneficial. Next up at number 6. Ensure a future income. The first step is to prepare for the possibility that we will be unable to work as we age and must instead rely on our investments to support us. We must also consider the people we will leave behind and ensure that they will be financially stable and able to continue building the wealth you have created. Products such as insurance are necessary because they can replace lost income in the event of an accident or illness or death and protect loved ones from financial hardship in the event of medical bills or retirement home costs. Buying life insurance protects your spouse and children from the potentially devastating financial losses that could result if something happened to you. It provides financial security, helps to pay off debts, helps to pay living expenses, and helps to pay any medical or final expenses. Before we get to the final cure for a lean purse, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask that you like and subscribe so that we may continue to bring you content like this. The goal of this channel is to help regular hard-working people become more business savvy and achieve their financial goals. Finally, the last but definitely not the least, number 7. Increase thy ability to earn. No matter what you do for a living, you should always be looking for ways to improve your skills. If you want to get better at your craft, you need to learn new ways to do things and use tools to be more efficient. You need to always learn and find ways to hone and improve your professional skills so you can potentially earn more money. For example, if you work in real estate, you should find out what's going on in the market before you jump in head first and start buying properties. Make sure you know the neighborhood and the property you want to buy. You should seek out and learn from someone with extensive understanding of real estate investing. Trying to do it yourself would be far more expensive than paying someone to show you how to do it. Doctors spend years in college before they can practice and earn a lot of money. They devote a great deal of time and energy to learning and studying in order to reach their ultimate career goal of being a doctor. We all have the power to increase our earning potential by investing in ourselves. You have the option to take on that difficulty and speed up your path to financial success. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.